have a special episode for you guys today. We have the official DC correspondent,
My God.
hailing all the way from Roxbury, New Jersey. Zoom, here to give y'all the
I am
scoop
not a
on
DC
the.
correspondent.
You are the DC correspondent. DC
Alright,
correspondent
fine,
with some insight and some facts about the recent DC news that broke this week. I am Ozymandias, here with Clown Prince, and I just said
What
Zoom.
up?
Magneto is bending metal. Shout out to him.
That's his version of punching the air.
I guess I don't know, but what's good, guys? So Zoom, you wanna do your job?
All right. Basically, Catwoman just got casted. Big news.
Lit.
I love the casting of I can't remember her name, but
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, Zoe Kravitz. She's phenomenal. I can't wait to see what she brings to the role. I love seeing also like the past roles of Catwoman, like kind of like reaching out and saying, congratulations, yada yada yada.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was cool.
Anne Hathaway and Michelle Pfeiffer, I guess, right?
Yeah,
All right,
Yep.
lit.
I thought that was cool.
Other
Then
stars too. Like today, I saw Gal Gadot posted. She's like, "Oh, welcome," and like welcome
Yeah.
her. So that was pretty cool.
Jason Momoa, obviously.
Yeah,
That's- that's-
obviously.
Conflict of interest.
Stepdaddy.
Hey, yo.
Yo,
Yeah.
stop, chill.
All right. And then also Paul Dano. Dano?
Paul Dano. Paul Dano.
Dano. Okay, cool. He's the Riddler. I've only seen him in like one movie, and it was Prisoners, and he definitely filled like a very. I thought he acted well, but it wasn't necessarily like how I would imagine the Riddler being. But I mean, hey, I'm sure every actor has their own ranges and shit, and I don't see why the Riddler can't be in that. So I think he should do well.
I mean, those that were commenting on our posts, and like even like when I go on other like news articles, everyone who like knows his performances, they're like hyped up about it. They're like, yes, like this is awesome. A lot of people were actually very happy that Jonah didn't get casted.
I just looked at the comments, and someone first comment I see, Jim Carrey is still better. How?
Yeah, we're up.
Wait, hold on.
Oh god.
But you know what that does? It transitions us into the next topic.
Wait, hold on.
The topic
He
that
said
this whole thing's
what?
about.
He said what?
He said Jim Carrey is still better.
Yeah, I'm dead. Nah,
So-
but, yeah, like I said, those that know his performances, like Ozymandias, like all of us were just talking about it when we saw Prisoners. Like spoiler for whoever. I mean, I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but Prisoners. Hugh Jackman's actually in it, and Jake Gyllenhaal. If any of you are interested in
Great
watching
what
that.
if?
Yeah, great what if. Right?
Terrible.
The Riddler, Wolverine, and
Deadpool?
Mysterio. What? Where's Deadpool in that?
You said Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling?
Neither.
Neither.
Oh wait, I'm mixing the movies up. My bad.
Attention, bum.
No, wait. You mean Jake
we know
Gyllenhaal, right?
It's not directed by
Yeah.
the Russo brothers, but you gonna be all right.
Did I not say Jake Gyllenhaal? Did I say Ryan Gyllenhaal?
My bad.
All right.
I'm
Nah,
You
that's
said
gonna be-
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Nah, that's gonna be my son's name. That's official. Ryan Gyllenhaal.
They are friends.
Just gonna take the last name, Mr. Doctor.
Mr. Doctor. But nah, so yeah, like people who have like when I watched the movie, like just his performance, like he didn't even really talk much. And like I was just like so like creeped out and so just like his character was just so eerie, and like the fact that a actor could do that without having to say much just kind of shows his versatility when he's acting. So I'm excited, and I saw a lot of people, like I said before, a lot of people were commenting how they were happy Jonah wasn't gonna play a part in the movie at all.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah. Um,
I'm
was
sorry.
was that somebody laughing? Or was that a soundboard?
That was
No,
me
that
laughing.
was him laughing.
Damn, that's a creepy ass laugh. Where'd you get that laugh from?
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano, exactly. You taught me. No,
Wow.
I just think, and like I said, the perfect transition into what we actually want to talk about. And it's like just the toxic fans and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously not everyone's like this. So when we say toxic fan base, don't get triggered if you don't do this stuff. But we're talking about the people who, hate on like castings just because they don't know that the actor, or race, gender, all that kind of stuff. That stuff always factors in. Oh, it's pandering. Oh, it's this, it's that. It's like, no, it's just a different take on it. that's literally all it is. It's just different. Doesn't make it better or worse,
Yeah, I mean, yo, like I saw people commenting like, "This is ridiculous." Like
On
she's
the
white.
Catwoman shit, right?
Yeah, it's like she's white in the comics, and someone commented back. They were like, there have been two other black actresses that have played Catwoman. What are you really talking about right now? Like, you just sound dumb." And
In
it's true.
animated, like voice
No, like
or
live roles in the Adam West 1966. Catwoman was black, or was it? Was
oh
it?
yeah,
Yeah, I
Eartha
believe
Kitt,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah, thank
yeah,
you.
you're right.
And then Halle Berry. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
we all know how to marry, yeah.
what,
Yeah,
what are you really saying right now? And it's like
and
people are like,
I
oh,
love I love the one saying, "Oh, Jim Gordon's black, but his daughter's white." Ah,
Oh, man.
I just I think you said or I sent something in the chat. I screenshotted that comment, and I just sent a picture of Logic. Like, uh, bruh,
I'm biracial.
biracial shit exists. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but this, I know this probably dates back way, way, way before. But like ever since I started getting back into comics and like all the TV shows and everything like that, like I remember when I first started watching The Flash, and Candace Patton, she is a black actress, and she plays Iris West in the show, and people were very, very much hating. Like, what? Like,
oh yeah,
they
and we
finally
love Candace.
yeah, Candace is great. Like,
Come on the
you know,
podcast.
but nah, she was getting so many hate comments, and it's like, yo,
Oh
like,
yeah, it's
are
just
you
OD. It's
serious?
OD. It's fucking crazy. It's just like I don't know.
It
And then
makes
also,
me wonder, like, do you think some minority actors and actresses, like, whenever someone offers them a role, they're like, hey, you know what?
hesitant. Oh,
I'll
a
pass
thousand
on it.
percent.
I'll
A
pass on that.
thousand percent. 1,000%. And it sucks because you know what? Like if people were just more fucking accepting and not toxic, people would like we would get. I feel like we get so many like a lot of actors would either like with a big name or who maybe don't have a big name but have like that potential could get their breaks in these kind of universes.
Yeah,
But no, they have to be like fucking receive all this goddamn backlash. It's fucking ridiculous.
yeah, like and another one I remember very, very vividly was when for Titans they were doing the Titans casting, and
Ooh,
they casted
yo, that's a great point. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah they casted a Starfire, what's her name, Anna,
Anna Diop.
yeah, yeah, however you pronounce your last name, but yeah, dude, like she got casted and people were going off, like they were
Off.
just,
Oh, I remember that shit, man.
and I remember all the
It's
very,
like Starfire. Starfire's not black. See, well, let's
Starfire
find
is
somebody
also
orange.
right. Starfire is also not a human, so I guess we should just go in outer space. We should call
Yo,
that. Like,
that's why we needed to storm Area 51. We needed to find Starfire.
yeah, right. Like,
and be like, all right, cool, you free now, but you also got to make 5 to 6 seasons of this show, and then you're really free.
But it's just like, yo, like really? Like
Makes no
this
sense.
is a fictional character. So that goes true for all of these characters. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like Batman,
and
if they wanted to, could cast him as Black because he is a fictional
yeah,
character.
and and it got so bad that the other actors literally had to post about it. Other actors in the show were like, "We stand with Anna, like we love her, whatever." Like as they should, obviously, but like, why is that even necessary?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people see that shit and they don't even think about like, oh man, I contributed to that.
Yeah.
Like I contributed to probably her probably feeling like she probably attacked and shit, just because of who she is and whatever. Like, you want her to have orange skin? I don't get it. Like, that's
Right.
basically them just saying we wanted her to be white. I feel
Yeah,
like
well,
that's there's just no other way for me to take that.
wait,
Yeah.
y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, all
have you
right,
guys
all
been
right.
talking this
Where
whole
Well,
you
but
time?
been?
Where were
no,
you
no, no,
been?
no, 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 no. I was letting y'all talk. I
Yo,
was
it's
letting
like
you.
he's just sitting there waiting to be like, yo, I'm about to kill
Yeah, yeah,
everybody.
word. This
Nah,
is why Starfire shouldn't be black.
nah, nah. Um, no, I was just letting y'all talk. And also, guys, by the way, if you're listening, clearly we're not in front of each other. So, but yeah,
Yes.
I just think this is a great conversation to be had, like any time at any point, because even though that Starfire casting happened however long ago, or even with the new Zoe stuff, it's just like
Right.
it's part of what the internet has become as in general. So
Oh yeah.
it's mob mentality. So if you see one person
Hmm.
trashing another person, you're like, yo, I kind of want to feel involved and and I guess part
I'll
of
trash. I'll
something.
trash them too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's just something that's kind of normal, man. Like it's like it doesn't like again. I'm not happy about it. I'm not surprised by it, but also I'm not too. I'm not gonna be dwelling on it and posting angry, rants about it or anything. You know why? Because at the end of the day, like whoever's casted is either gonna flourish in what they do and like kill it, and if they don't kill it, like whatever. But like still, like the outcome is that it's gonna move forward. I mean, yeah, there've been controversial castings that people have dropped out of in the past,
Right.
but nothing really concerning like comic book films. I just think for other films like regular movies and stuff or sci-fi or whatever. But like
Yeah.
concerning this stuff exactly, like that's really about fictional characters. They have, I feel like they've always moved forward with the project. I don't think that any studio has been like, you know what, this backlash is crazy. Like dub this shit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
So
no, no, no. But no, I think what he was saying before, what Clown Prince mentioned was just like if an actor was offered the role and the actor was like, "Nah, I'm not ready for all that shit," and denied it just based off of how much backlash he or she thinks that they would get for accepting whatever role it is.
Right.
I think,
And
yeah, like,
and
yeah.
and
Sorry, go
here's my
ahead.
thing too. With Jeffrey Wright who got casted, I'm pretty sure like it's official now because everyone just make it like it's just one of those news that's like, is it official? And then you see it in the movie, like, oh yeah, it is official, I guess.
yeah, I kind of still don't believe any of this stuff. I
But
guess, well, whatever.
Yeah, because that casting thing that looked way too good to be true.
Hell yeah, that leak you're talking about the casting leak, right?
yeah, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It was just rumored, but no, I remember a couple weeks ago, him and Jonah were like there were reports, like official reports that came out that they were in talks. So I don't know if
yeah.
Jeffrey Wright is still in talks or they
The
officially
l- the
confirmed
last the
everything.
last thing I saw was in talks. I just looked it up right now. Last thing was September 23rd in talks
With
to play
for
God.
Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah,
So yeah, with him, I know there's some people that they separate it into like, oh, I wanted this person to get casted instead, so that's why I don't want him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's understandable. But then like you said, you get people that make those comments like, oh, and then his daughter's white, like what? Like this makes no sense. And
It's
it's
like,
just like,
dude,
yeah, and the
shut
whole
up.
right, and the whole idea with I saw another comment. oh, Matt Reeves is just pandering at this point, like just because, like, oh, this movie is a joke, just like he is. And I'm like, I don't remember anybody saying shit about Matt Reeves until like this news just started to drop with black actors getting in these roles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like I've seen Jeffrey Wright. I'm a big Westworld fan. I've watched both seasons. I've seen him in another movie. He's a great actor. I have no doubt in my mind he's gonna
Oh
kill it
yeah,
as Jim Gordon.
I have
Like,
no doubt.
and it's like another point I wanted to make, because people go, oh, but if they casted a white actor to play Blade, the world will go on fire. And I'm like, Blade. I'm like, characters like Blade, characters like Miles Morales, these characters were made specifically for these groups of people. Blade was made specifically to be black. Why?
Exactly.
Because blacks weren't getting represented in comics. And Blade was like, wow, like the first black superhero. Like this is like comics first, and then obviously, the live action film. But it's like, yeah, obviously the world's gonna go chaotic because that's just not how it is. And then people will go like, oh, but Batman was made to be white. And it's like, yeah, but we're talking about in a time where
He
it was
wasn't made to be white. He
right,
was
exactly.
like the people when they made this character, they weren't like, you know what? We gotta make him white
For
for like
representation.
for representation. No, they just made a character, like, and then it started getting to the point where everyone's looking around and being like, "Oh shit, everybody's white. Let's
Yeah,
get some more fucking diversity in here." And then that's where you have characters like Miles Morales. You have characters uh, like Blade and like all these other, because you want more diversity, like, and that's not a bad thing. Like,
no, it
I don't get it.
100% is
Especially if it's
not.
done right. To
Oh
me,
yeah,
that's what
especially.
matters at the end.
Yeah,
Exactly. Is
dude.
it good? Do they perform well? That's the only thing. And I know when she kills it, all these people are gonna be like, "Queen, she's the best. She's like the fucking." Da, da, da." It's like, come on,
Yeah, no,
fucking
dude. Like
cornballs.
I like with Zoe Kravitz, like I don't watch. She's in a show now with a bunch of like big time names, like with Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, Big Little Lies on HBO.
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
if you
yeah,
watch
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And like,
I haven't watched it, but I know. Yeah.
yeah, like I see comments on it, and people are like, "Yo, she holds her own in that show with all these big names. Like she's like, like obviously she's amongst great actresses, but like she is making a name for herself. Not just following, her dad's legacy or obviously her stepdad is well known, her mom is well known, but like no, like she is playing her role and she's
Yep.
doing a good job at it. And like Kayla, like my girlfriend, she watches, she's like, yeah, like she's awesome in it. Like the show is great, first of all, she tells me, and also she kills it there. She was also the voice of Mary Jane in Spider-Verse. I don't know if any of you guys knew
Yep.
that.
Yep, I love that. That was great.
And no, and Mad
Nah,
Max,
bro.
she was good in
MJ's
Mad Max.
white.
Bro, MG's
Shit.
white. And oh, that's another thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
Zendaya.
hashtag not my MJ. And I'm like, huh? Like,
Oh, it was
like,
Zendaya.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Shout out to Zendaya.
And it's
Yo.
like people can say like, oh yeah, yeah, because like she's a little different than like the original MJ.
Yeah.
First of all, as much as I love Toby Spider-Man, his MJ sucked butt.
Ooh.
MJ was garbage.
Bars.
Hold on. Let me. Nah, I'm gonna take a shot at her right now. Let me pull up her name. I forgot her name.
Kirsten
Uh,
Dunst. Kirsten Dunst.
Garbage.
Yep.
Garbage. So just to have a MJ that's in high school and that's as charismatic, and we all know Zendaya can act. And if you don't know, go watch Euphoria because
Bars.
it really expands her acting there. But it's like, and going back to another point, I think Zoom had made with Titans now, right? Not one person, not one single person is making any remarks of Anna Diop or however you pronounce her last name. Why? Because she absolutely is killing her role as Starfire. So nobody is saying shit. Nobody's like, because I know for a fact if she wasn't killing the role, people would be like, you see, that's why you shouldn't do this.
Yep.
That's why you
Bars.
shouldn't cast this. But because she's killing it, people can't say shit. They stay quiet. They go back
Yep.
into their little caves. And like you said, same thing with Zoe right now. I have no doubt she's gonna kill it. Like Matt Reeves put her in front of Robert Pattinson to see how their chemistry is. And another thing, this is she it wasn't like she was his first choice. Like he had a bunch of other actresses come and do a few lines with Robert.
Yeah, the Reeds. Yeah.
Yeah, and also just see how they did, and she stood out, and it was a couple of Latinas, and it was a couple of other black actresses, and and another thing, if
There was one white woman. I forgot her name though. Let me look.
if Matt Reeves really wanted to pander, if that was really the case, then he would have chose a Latina, since we've never gotten a Latina Catwoman. We've already seen a black
Yeah,
Catwoman.
but that's not
We've
even
already
really pandering. Him trying to pander. Him trying to
it,
pander would be him. Him pandering would be him making, I guess, a statement. It being made a press thing, like, oh, uh, breaking. Matt Reeves is specifically looking for a white female to play Catwoman. Like that would be like him trying to pander to I guess the core audience. But the
right.
thing is that if you would have chosen Latina, it would have been taken as pandering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like
Oh, here I got the names now.
okay.
Zay Beats,
Ooh, Zazie. Yeah, shout
from
out to
Joker,
Zazie.
Zazie, Zazie,
Domino,
uh, Isa Gonzalez from Baby Driver.
Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Uh, I know I
Mexican.
was just watching that,
She's
and
a Mexican.
Alicia Vikander.
She's
Oh,
white.
Alicia
Ali-
Vikander. She's I think from
yeah,
Sweden or something like that. I don't know.
yep, you're correct, sir.
Wow.
Swedish.
Yeah,
Good,
that's my
good
guy.
memory.
Ozymandias knows his actresses.
Yo, I'm telling y'all, I'm out
Oh, she
here.
bad though.
Yeah, she was in Ex Machina, which won an Oscar for visual effects.
Yes, that's where I know her from.
Yep, and she's
Ex
also
Machina
Tomb
was
Raider.
great.
She's
Yo,
also
but
Tomb
so
Raider.
so you see, like it, like you said, Ozymandias, if he really wanted to pander, like you're right, he would have just selected, someone from a specific like. But no, there are two black women there. There's a white woman and there's a Latina. So it's like, what are people really trying to say? He chose the best out of that, or not the best. He chose what he felt was best, who had the best chemistry with Robert, who was going to be the best fit for his movie.
Yeah.
Damn, she
And
was even in a movie called Euphoria. That's so crazy. Oh, so full circle. Sorry, go ahead.
so it's like, people just love, like you guys said, they just love to follow the crowd. They love to just say things.
Negativity, bro.
Negativity, exactly.
It's
People
popular to
love,
be negative now.
yes, and you always refer to that Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
that Kevin
Shout
Hart.
out to Kevin Hart. Hope your recovery's going well. We miss
Oh,
you.
shit, I forgot about that. But nah, yeah, like you had made the like he made a point. Did you say it was on the Joe Rogan podcast that he made the point?
Yeah, I think so. The Joe Rogan
Shout out
podcast.
to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, like dude, you go on social media nowadays. Go to any comment section, you will find negative comments, like without a doubt, 100%, 10 out of 10. You will find not one, but many negative comments. So that, like, I've tried to refrain myself from going on comment sections. Sometimes I like to go on because people do make funny comments sometimes, and I get a good laugh at it. But especially when it comes to like casting news nowadays, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own judgment anyway.
Yeah.
So what do I really care what other people have to say? But it's hard not to go in comment sections when when like us, we run a comic page ourselves. So it's like we see these comments, on our own post, and we're just like, damn, like y'all really, it's just crazy. But we don't even gotta just stick to talking about comic book fan base being toxic just on castings. It's also just like, I want to discuss a little bit Birds of Prey and how people are already calling the movie horrendous. The movie hasn't fucking dropped yet. What do you mean horrendous? Like, you saw a
Yeah.
2-minute trailer. You've seen a
Ooh.
2-minute trailer.
Yeah, yeah. We're sorry guys. We're gonna go to commercial break.
Shout out to Nice Cast.
So we back.
We back.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Way
we're
This is our 23rd podcast, right?
Yep.
So
Jordan.
I think exactly. So I think we should transition, and this next half hour or so should just be specifically talking about Michael Jordan and all his
Okay,
accomplishments in the
okay.
NBA.
No,
So Michael Jordan was born.
no, stop.
Oh,
Nah,
brother. Yeah.
Anyway,
I didn't know where he was
actually-
going with that. I'm like, yo, is he being serious?
Oh wait. Oh, okay. I see why you guys don't want to talk about Jordan because LeBron is better. So we'll talk about LeBron.
and then I cut his mic off.
I'm sorry, I just threw up. All right.
So where were we before we were rudely interrupted?
We were talking about toxic fan base, and actually, interruption is a perfect segue into the next branch of toxicity. Toxicity? Is that a word?
Yeah, toxicity is a word.
Siri, is toxicity a word?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Ooh, the quality of being toxic or poisonous.
Yes. So once you get,
Wait, no, but I had a point before we got interrupted. You guys could go on. I'll
He
just
said
take
toxic or poisonous.
Yo, I can't wait for Poison Ivy to be casted as a black woman, and people just fucking go off. Hello, can y'all hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. I hear you. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was stuck on my dad.
that you know that's an obvious uproar waiting to
Yeah.
happen.
But now yeah, go ahead, keep talking. I had a point to make earlier.
We'll come back to it. So, friend of the podcast, friend of the Comic Gods.
Yeah, friend of the show.
He's a nice guy, you know.
He's a nice guy, and his name is The Nice Cast on Instagram. And
On Instagram, because that's not his actual.
that's not his actual name. His actual name
that's
his actual name is Karan or Keith. So
Shout out our guy, yo. That's our guy.
yeah,
man.
that's our guy though. He gets so much hate, like it's crazy. Like I literally saw him the other day. He was like, I find it funny how I get DMs telling me to kill myself. I mean, this isn't word for word what he said, but telling me to kill myself when like after Joker, everyone was like, oh, let's be nicer, let's do this and that, and then like I still get DMs telling me to kill myself. Like, what if I didn't have a? He made a great point, obviously, which is it's a common sense point when you think about it, but it's just like people don't think about it like this. It's like, what if I didn't have a great mental state? What then? And people are telling me to kill myself and shit.
Yeah, but that's
Like, and that's like that. I mean, yeah, you could make an argument saying, hey, like that's the risk you take or whatever, when you put yourself out on social media. But it's just like, how about we just don't? I mean, is that what social media is? You getting DMs telling you to kill yourself?
Nah,
Yo,
that's
let
not.
me-
But it's not just social media. That's the internet as a whole, my guy. Like
That's just wild.
Dude, I don't think we've ever gotten a DM telling us to kill ourselves.
no, of
man.
course not, because
Like-
we don't tend to like be in that realm of I guess of hot takes and stuff. Like we're not really out there like that, like he is. Not that what he's
have
doing
some
is
hot
wrong.
Takes. We have some hot takes, but yeah, a lot of our takes aren't anything compared to him.
Exactly.
But still, I mean, like it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I could talk from personal experience because I remember like seeing some of his posts and just being like, what are you talking about?
I remember I would send you them and you'd get tight.
I would be like, yo, like he's talking out his ass. But I never once was like, yo, let me go on his page or let me personally DM him and be like, yo, motherfucker, like go fuck yourself. Like you're terrible. Like if I ever see you, it's on sight. Like what? No. Like,
dude, and he has fake accounts trolling. That's how, and he doesn't even have that many followers. I mean, like before he did, and that but now it's like he posted something on what was it, IMDb or something?
Oh,
where
like
yeah, like for like a review of the Joker. Yeah, a fake review of like the Joker. It was basically that troll saying, "Oh, like Joker, I wasn't impressed with it. They went on to mention something about BVS, but it's just like, dude,
Oh,
he posted on
gosh.
his story and he's like, dude, like this is some next level impact. And I'm like, wow, it's
Yeah, I mean, look,
crazy.
even though I sometimes don't agree with his opinion,
Yeah,
like I gotta say, bro, like he says what he says. He doesn't give a fuck, and
and he means it. That's
that's
his real opinion.
what makes him one of the most creative and one of the most well known comic book, not even comic book pages, but like there's a page in general on Instagram. So good
Yep.
for him. Shout out to him. You know,
Yeah. Much
but
love. Much love.
No, for
oh,
real. I wish the soundboard was working so I could give him a round of applause. But
Yeah. Word.
shout out to our guy, man. That's
But
lit.
I remember the point I wanted to make, y'all. Before
Oh,
I
perfect.
rudely
We just wrapped up talking about that.
Like, word, right? I know it worked out perfectly. Like before, I was rudely interrupted by a nice guy. So, it was the going back to talking about, like, obviously we're still talking about toxicity and poisonous people.
Poison.
Poison. Um, I had posted right when the Birds of Prey trailer came out, and it was Harley walking out. It looked what it had looked like. Oh wait, I don't want to spoil it for Ozzy Man. Watch trailer, but Ozzy Man is basically, she was just walking like and something was exploding in the back, right? We
Okay.
don't know what, so no real spoiler. We have no idea.
Right.
Her walking, whatever. And then what came to mind for me was the scene in The Dark Knight where Heath Ledger's Joker was walking out and the hospital started to explode.
All right.
So then I posted that, right? And I was like, and I wrote in the caption, I'm like, in no way, shape, or form am I comparing these two. All I said was, this is what it reminded me of. And guess what? People just don't read
How
the comments,
dare
right?
you compare
Right?
that? Ah! The fucking heads were exploding.
Bro, people just started commenting. They're like, "Yo, you're a clown." You know how many clown emojis I saw in that, and like
I know.
those clown emojis were getting likes, and I was like, "Damn, this is how the nice cast must feel." I was like,
Word.
"Yo." And then I literally told somebody, because someone was like, "Yo, don't ever compare them again in your life." And I was like, "Yo, don't tell me what to do. I do whatever I want." Listen. To anybody listening who has made these comments, I'm just telling y'all right now, my hands work. So, on that note, you could talk what you want on your fingers, Instagram fingers, but just know my real actual fingers, my fists work. I will hit you. All right. Like, they think I'm playing games out here, bro.
Okay. All right. All right. Before you fucking fight like 15.
He's punching the air right now.
I know, right? I've been told Clown Prince has been shadowboxing his house for 15 minutes.
The only reason I'm paying $250 for boxing classes right now is to punch these people out. I'm completely joking. I do not.
Okay, thank God. I'm about to
I was
say,
gonna
how
say
much
we
money?
don't have lawyers, bro.
Yo, the only reason I do 10 push-ups every night is to fight.
That's more realistic.
Yeah, word. But back on the serious note though.
Yeah.
Another thing is too, like, I feel like the comic book. I'm only referencing. I'm sure this goes on with any kind of fan base, but we're only touching on comic book fan bases because that's obviously what we talk about and what kind of a page we run.
Right.
But it's just like, yo, like, read the caption. You know what I mean? I feel like
but you know what that is? That's like the headline. It's the headline effect.
It is 100%.
Like, they look at the picture and then that's it.
Right.
They don't read the caption. They don't like. It's like looking. It's like scrolling down a news feed, reading article names, and being like, okay, I'm caught up on the news today. It's like, no, you're not.
Right.
You're not.
You're not.
You. It's like half those fucking articles are clickbait anyway.
Right.
Like those article titles, I see it all the time on Snapchat too. I mean, not that I would even classify that shit as an article, but it would say like, "Oh, you're not gonna believe what this person said about this other person." But in reality, it's actually a nice thing. Actually, on YouTube, I saw one. It was like Zach Galifianakis, like he was talking about like SNL,
right.
and and he was like on SNL for like 2 weeks before he got fired, I guess. And uh this sketch like just didn't work or whatever, and like the article name was uh um Zach Galifianakis is never going to forget what Tina Fey said to him. It the way you read it, it makes it sound negative, and I'm like, damn, what Tina say? I feel like Tina Fey is like such a nice person, and then and then at the end she said something nice to him, like, oh, it's okay, like your sketch didn't work, but it's all right, like whatever.
That's all it was. Right? Yeah.
That's all it was. And I'm like,
exactly, like going back to the post that we posted, like it was literally on the first, the first picture or the first video clip was Heath's Joker walking, and right underneath it was Harley walking out of an explosion. And then I didn't put anything in the caption. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't put anything in the actual headline. I put it in the caption. I'm not comparing these two, but I guarantee if I had put that in the headline, like in no way, shape, or form am I comparing them. This is just what it reminded me of. I probably feel like that's not English. I feel like people wouldn't have commented the way they did, But
I think you still would have gotten some people, but
right,
it wouldn't have been like that bad.
Yeah,
like that would have been like the special people.
Right, but you know what? Thank you for those people that actually do comment, even if it's hate, because our engagements go up regardless. So
thank you.
Even if you think it's a L, it's a W for us. So you played yourself. So how? So now I give you the clown emoji. I'm giving you the clown emoji. Yo, no, I can't wait to do my.
He said, "Yo, these hands work. I will hit you.
I will whoop your ass."
Nah, but look,
stupid.
Let's just cap this up because
how long we been
getting angry? Because I want to.
You haven't said nothing, bro.
I know.
I'm letting y'all rock, bro.
Damn.
Oh, damn, so. Word.
What you said?
I say eat my ass. You can hear me?
Nah, but
your hands work.
Wait, y'all saw what Halle Berry said?
No, what did she say?
Halle Berry said, "Hold on."
Catwoman should be what?
Imagine Halle Berry said that.
Imagine.
It's like, yeah, I don't understand why they even casted me. Like, I told them that's a bad.
I told them.
Hold on.
Anyway,
I just saw the tweet. Hold on.
Wow, I completely butchered Halle Berry's name. That wasn't how you spelled it.
Wait, but before I go to Halle Berry, Variety reported earlier in the day that negotiations for the role of the Riddler went on for so long with Jonah Hill that Warner Brothers was ready to go out to Paul Dano immediately in the case that the Hill deal fell apart, which it did.
Well, so that's exactly what they did. They got him.
Yeah.
That man was lit. He was like, "Yeah, bitch ass Jonah."
That's time crazy. To shine.
Yeah, Halle Berry welcomes extremely badass Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. That's the article you were looking at?
Nah, I was looking at the actual tweet. Like I was just on it.
Oh, keep shining, queen, and welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's like, yo, like
solidarity.
People exactly, yo. People got to remember something. The comic book community, we are a community. We're a fan base. We have to go, and touching on when we went to Comic-Con, right? Like, what do we always talk about when we were there, right? Like, you bump somebody, what happens? They go, "Oh yeah, man, my bad."
Yeah.
Or people aren't cutting in lines, and it's everything is like. Respectful, exactly. And it's like,
but you know why? It's because we're all in person, and they know that these hands work.
Like, they knew me. They see me from the jump. They're like, no. If I bump into him, I'm apologize.
But for real, everyone except for one individual was so nice, and so like welcoming and not like offensive at all.
Yeah, and
we all know that one individual,
right? But it's just I think that goes to show, like, together, like in person, like the comic book community can be a very special, very united group. But
I just wish that would transfer.
right,
Like, it'd
it's a
be
social
great.
media. That's the thing. On social media, people can say whatever they want because they're behind a keyboard. They know nobody is right there to smack them straight across the face. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
But
And we know the guys obviously that this is not comic book, I guess, material that like, it's not our usual material that we talk about. But we
But
just feel like this is such it's such a important topic to
it
talk
is.
about,
It is.
especially after Joker came out and everything. Like we all noticed like obviously how toxic it was before Joker. But it was
Right.
just like once we saw that, I guess it just kind of brought it just made me or it made me realize I can't I'm not going to speak for you guys, but that it's just like why is this normal for us?
Right.
You know,
mm,
this shouldn't be normal.
Yeah. No, no, 100%. I think if, because I don't think Hollywood is going to feel a superhero fatigue anytime soon. Like nowhere close to it.
yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to continue saying it. The comic book community, we are a strong community. If a movie comes out, we're going to go pay, we're going to go watch it. And especially, as much as it sucks because people don't formulate opinions anymore, especially if it gets good reviews, people are like, oh, it did good at the box office, it's doing good with the critics.
So it's good with me.
Exactly. Don't make that the case. People, you guys need to go out, formulate your own opinion. There could be a movie that the critics absolutely hate. You watch, you're like, wow, that shit was fucking dope. And another thing too, I know we've been criticizing it a lot, but we do have some people that comment all the time, whether they comment whether they like a casting or not, but they're
Yeah.
very respectful with it, and I can 100% appreciate that. And I can
Yeah.
100% appreciate people in the comment section debating, but having a civilized debate on it.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
not
We don't
going,
we don't want you guys to think that if you don't agree with us or if you're not always positive on something, then you're
right,
wrong.
exactly,
But like we're just saying be respectful in the way you do it. Try not to say, "Oh, just because this person's white in the comics, she can't be anything else but white in the movies and shit."
right. And it's
Like,
like some people don't see that, like that's racist. Like it really just
OD.
is.
This is
There's
corny.
no other word. Exactly. It's like
it's
you can't like if you like. Don't get me wrong. If someone who has commented something or thinks like that, you can say whatever you want. Like that's your decision. I'm not telling you what you can and cannot do. All I'm saying is be mindful. Like that's all we're asking, especially like on our page
Word.
or anybody's page in general. Be respectful and be respectful of other people's opinion. If someone comments like, "Oh, this is a great casting choice. I love it." Don't comment back to them like, "You're a fucking idiot. This choice is terrible." Like what?
Yeah, but this is gonna fall on deaf ears, no pun intended. Because like the thing is that the internet is lawless, bro. There's no rules out here. There's
Exactly.
no rules out here to stop them. Like an etiquette is there's a gray area in the internet because you can it's frowned upon to just bully somebody, right? Like the cyberbullying thing. But then also if somebody's like on some fuck shit on the internet, everybody could gang up on them the same way.
Right.
So there's like a gray area where the internet everybody abides by it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like pointless. But the thing, what matters is obviously where we stand, because we're not trying to look like dickheads either.
yeah.
Like if you like,
100%.
yeah, because like I don't think we've ever really targeted a specific person or whatever.
Never.
But the thing is that like,
never.
no, I'm just saying. But like, I just hope that it doesn't get taken wrong when we start trashing somebody or something like. Not that I'm so sensitive to
We
what
don't really
my
trash
opinions mean.
people.
Yeah, I know, but
It's more so like if their acting is bad,
Exactly,
then
yeah,
then we'll
because-
say like okay, because I feel like yeah. Sorry. Turn
no,
it around. Go ahead.
no. You're right. Like it could get misconstrued. Or it could
Yeah, I
get
see what
taken
you're
the
saying.
wrong way and all that. But
And-
whatever.
And another thing too is like even if like let's say somebody was casted like it could have been a great casting choice, but the way their character was written wasn't written well, and sometimes you're just like damn, like I really wish I would have liked this character because I like this actor, but I didn't really like them.
Yeah.
And it's completely just there's so many factors that tie into it. that it's just hard to, But with that being
Yeah,
said, I really hope I'm I'm a big fan of the Planet of the Apes movies. Obviously, Matt Reeves, did that.
He
Um,
did. He did 2 out of the 3.
and like he seems very invested. Like I notice when directors get really, really invested on their social media
Yep.
the with the movies that they're doing. I feel like it shows us that like okay, like he or she wants to really make the people happy with this, And
yeah,
Humanity I know you're not big on Shazam, but the director for that film was very much on social media about the movie, this and that, and it did well box office wise, critic wise, So people, the majority loved it.
Yeah.
And Patty Jenkins as well. Yo, who the fuck is breathing so hard right now? Damn, son. Shit. I'm like,
I'm walking. I'm pacing around my room. I'm around my living room right now.
I'm losing my.
Yo, sit down, bro.
Yo, that's the name of the cast. Sit down, bro.
Who the?
Oh yeah, who the hell is breathing so hard right now? Bro, after every word I said, all I heard, I'm like, what am I even talking about right now?
Yo, it's so funny. I don't even feel like I'm breathing loud.
No, honestly, dude, like, because how we talked about earlier, like your TV was like on low, but I still heard it. Maybe
Yeah, I feel like my mic is just super sensitive.
right, or
Like I have to breathe so silently,
Nah, but
or just don't breathe and die.
yeah, don't breathe, please. Just come on, dude.
no, but
Alright,
what
alright,
what
alright.
I like, yeah, I didn't like Shazam, but I always love when I think I said it during the podcast. I said that Zachary Levi he was having a blast, and I could
Yeah.
appreciate that, especially when you could tell the actors having a good time, like Jake Gyllenhaal did with Mysterio. I
Right.
feel like he always has a blast in anything he's doing. And
Exactly.
and sometimes people could get that misconstrued too. Like people
Right.
be like, oh, a director could be having too much fun with it, and then they could get away. They feel like they could get away with certain things, like maybe Zack Snyder might be considered somebody who had too much fun with the material.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily in a happy sense either, but it's just like he did what he did the most he could with the freedom he had. Or even the director of Shazam, same deal. Or even James Gunn, who I feel like is one of the first comic book directors that is very accessible in social media and all that, posting stuff about Guardians, answering fan questions and all that. That shit is lit.
Yeah.
That shit is lit, and it gets again maybe that is a positive part of the rollout for the film too, because you kind of get to grow with the production of the film. I forgot what movie was it? Basically, any movie that The Rock is in, you get to see that project literally day in day out. Yo, all right, he's filming
always,
this.
Yeah, exactly. He's always posting. I cannot wait. Speaking of which, I cannot wait till he starts posting about Black Adam.
Yeah, that would be cool to see.
Yeah.
He teases it sometimes here and there,
Right, especially with
which I find dope.
Shazam came out. He's like, yo, Zach, you better prep up, my guy, because I'm coming. Black Adam's coming.
I'm about to wash you.
I'm about your word. I'm about to
these hands work.
But nah, man. I think the comic book community can be a really good thing. It can be a very toxic thing. Like I said, to those that continue commenting on things, but in a respectful manner, keep doing your thing.
We
man.
see you. We love y'all.
Yeah, appreciate that. To those commenting bullshit, take your bullshit somewhere else. I know. I said previously you can say whatever you want, but not on our page. You cannot say whatever you want. I will find your address.
Yo. Chill.
Oh, chill, bro. You're about to get us sued.
Nah, bro. You think I'm playing?
Nah, bro. I just threatened them. That's it.
That's it.
Well, he didn't threaten anybody
Shit.
specifically, but
Exactly. Imagine Pony Smasher 125. I got you, homie. Don't ever
Nah,
comment that bullshit again.
No, but also one of the other actors that you can definitely see like has a love for the role is the guy who plays Jason Todd on Titans.
Yeah,
He is like always posting about it and shit. Like Curran Walters,
Cur dog.
Cur Dog on Instagram. Uh,
even
yeah,
Jason
he's
Momoa.
dope.
Jason
Oh,
Momoa
Jason
too.
Moore for sure. Yeah,
Had a blast doing that.
apparently he pitched. I was reading an article where it's saying that he pitched an idea for Aquaman 2 and the studio loved it.
Of course, dude. Like basically, Jason Momoa is DC's The Rock before The Rock gets there. Like they're gonna
So
green light.
true.
They're gonna green light. Like all. Like pretty sure
Bro,
anything he
it's
says.
the top grossing DC film of all time. You know how much pull this motherfucker probably has now?
Exactly. Like it's.
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Right. He could be like, they could be like, yo, Jason, what about this? Like, nah, I'm not doing that. They'll be like, okay, Jason, what would you like to do? Let me, I got
Yeah.
y'all. I got y'all right now.
He's
Yeah,
like,
because
no, I don't want to
DC
do that.
because DC
That's
felt-
why I was just kidding about it in the first place.
Because DC felt confident. They're like, yo, he gave us a fun film, great rollout. And I mean, they're probably the most fun, like if you don't count Shazam to certain people, you know, because it's that same.
I love how he had to say to certain people, exclude me because I'm not a part of those.
Nah, I'm
people.
saying no, because no. What the reason I said that is because Aquaman was more known for being fun and a different tone than it was being bad. That's what I mean. Shazam had Shazam critically sure had that, but it also had a mixed bag with us, like our community.
Got you.
At least through my perspective. But yeah, like that. It's always great to see actors doing that, and we only hope that they continue with it. Like even considering like with Tom Holland, like him calling Bob Iger.
Oh, brother, don't even start on that.
Yo, chill.
So
Yo,
true,
I actually have your address, so I can show up.
All right, we lit then. But I'm repping my set.
Nah, I hear it. I'll let you rep, bro. I can't be a hypocrite and not let you talk.
Yeah,
your shit.
right. We just say all this shit, and at the end it's like, yo, fuck you, bro. You're fucking wrong.
Yo, someone gives such a respectful like opinion on our post. Like, nah, you're fucking wrong, dude. Like, no, you don't agree with us? Unfollow us. Nah, JK, no one ever unfollow us, please. But
Oh man.
what's up? Any other things?
Yeah, nothing else broke really. Like I'm like refreshing. Nothing.
All I know is there's been a couple of set photos from the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn Suicide Squad. So we've seen John Cena, we've seen Idris, we've seen Captain Boomerang come back, seen a couple of other characters. Not really high quality photos, so I don't really feel like posting them.
Great cosplay though.
All right. I respect your opinion.
No, yo, relax, dude. I don't know who anybody is there. Relax.
I'm relaxed.
Nah, for real. The majority of those characters are like really deep cut to me, at least.
Dude, relax.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Nah, I know. But other than that, yeah, it's been more Batman news coming out, which I'm hype about. Yo, I've been watching interviews with Robert Pattinson, and the more and more I watch these interviews, the more and more I'm feeling confident.
Yo,
And
he's about to bring it like Joaquin did, bro.
Did y'all see what he said today? I forgot what interview he was in today, but this is what he said. It was on the New York Times. It was like, Batman is not a hero though. His morality is a little bit off, and that's why he wants to play the character. He's not like every other hero, And I love that. He's already starting to get in tune with his character, and like I said, I feel like Matt Reeves is just bringing on people that he knows is gonna kill their role, the roles that he has for them. So I can't fucking wait for this shit, man.
Yeah, I like it. I want to touch on that a bit too. Like how there was also a mixed bag of feelings when we found out about Joaquin Phoenix being casted and over Jared Leto and what we thought was happening. Like when we found out about a solo Joker film from DC.
Right.
So there was a mixed bag there, and then speculation, got some footage. People still felt away. about it because of whether it was the color of his suit, which was ridiculous, and the
But
and
you
his
see what we mean? Like,
and
if
his
something's
face
not
paint.
exactly comic accurate, people just fucking go wild.
Yeah, so you had all those feelings about it, and then we saw the film, and the acclaim is insane. It's like, yo, this dude killed it.
Yeah.
So now again, there's like a cycle now. Like you get Robert Pattinson, super controversial, at least to me,
Uh-huh.
because like how I feel isn't to the status quo. So Rob Pat gets casted, and now you have these quotes from him being out there now. It's like, yo, like he's gonna bring it, man. He's gonna give us something that we haven't seen yet with a Bruce, at
So
least with a
just
Bruce. I can't speak on the Batman side because that's more
right.
subjective. But as a Bruce,
Yeah.
Christian Bale so far is the bar.
100%.
But Christian, like again, like he played a specific Bruce now. Like
Right. And
every
Ben
era is
Affleck
different.
played a specific older Bruce as well. And Robert now is going to play a younger, more like what Robert Pattinson's Batman's going to remind me of a little bit, the animated series The Batman. Like that. I think it's on Netflix, but it's a Bruce in his 20s, and like
Hmm.
and Alfred's always like, "Sir, you still need to make all these appearances." And so like he has to go out and he has to be this playboy and pick up all the shawties and all of that. So I feel like that's what his Bruce is gonna be like. And then obviously in the middle of a night out, he's gonna get a call or he's gonna find something out. And he's like, I
Yeah,
never.
yeah.
You feel me? But one last point I just wanted to make from a mutual friend of ours from the page, Hero Laugh, or I don't know how to pronounce her username, but I saw her post a bunch on her story today, and it was just saying like, "Oh, y'all really hating on this." So she posted a picture of Shazam, and she put, "Oh, y'all really hating on this fun and heartfelt movie just because it's not like the Joker." And then her next story was like, "Did y'all really forget Aquaman's visually stunning and groundbreaking CGI effects for Atlantis scenes? James Wan made cinema history with this film." And then she's like, obviously her page is mostly based on Wonder Woman stuff. So she was like, don't even get me started on
Oh,
Wonder
I
Woman
see. Yeah,
and
I'm reading
how
right now.
iconic it is. Yeah. And then she wrote, and this is something I completely agreed with. DC / Warner Brothers doesn't have to follow MCU's rules, and they can make movies for a mature or family friendly audience. That
Yeah, it's
kind of
not one or the
freedom,
other.
that kind of freedom is what makes talented directors interested in working for DC. And
Woo.
I 100% agree with that. And
Bars.
yeah,
Bars.
if I'm pretty, Todd Phillips got the liberty that he so wanted, uh,
Zach
and he
did
made
it.
it. He made it exactly,
Fucking
and and,
bullshit.
and Todd made an excellent movie. James Wan made the highest grossing DC film of all time. It's
Yep.
insane, and you know, um, I'm Ariel. I'm not going to throw shade at MCU here, but now that Kevin Feige does have control of pretty much anything Marvel related, including comics, television. Oh, so that's news right there in case anybody was wondering, didn't
Oh
know.
yeah.
Kevin Feige has control of comics, of movies,
He's the
of
Godfather, bro.
television, animated. Yes, he is. Honestly, Kevin gave us what he gave us for these past 11 years, has been great. Obviously, everyone has their opinion on the MCU, but no one can deny the greatness that it holds. And
The
but
impact.
it does leave us it does leave us with the question: will the directors, the MCU have that same freedom? Because maybe they'll run something by him and he'll be like, you know what, I'm not really digging that. Let's change it up. But at the same time, he's probably been doing that anyway, and we've still gotten great movies. But I guess we'll see. Nonetheless, it's great to see companies give directors this freedom sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
and it's and they and I was like, whoa. I'm about to I guess step out of my
Whoa.
box for you guys, asshole.
Oh,
But
What's your box?
I think that Kevin and them like really dropped the ball with Ant-Man at first, because a lot of the visual flair and the editing in Ant-Man is all Edgar Wright. Like the quick cuts, the zoom ins, all that stuff is all Edgar Wright like staple stuff in his films and stuff. So I just feel like his like imagine Baby Driver as Ant-Man. Like that kind
right.
of feel of a film with the really fast pace, like hard gut punching comedy, like legit action and stuff. Like that was the and a bit more, and I guess a bit more raunchier considering the violence and the dialogue and stuff. So I
Right.
guess Kevin wasn't trying to go that route with Ant-Man. Cause Ant-Man was Edgar Wright's passion project. Like he was like, yo, like I've been like developing concepts for this and stuff for mad long. Like he's been working on that to pitch it to Marvel eventually, and like they went ahead with it. Remember the test footage that got leaked for Ant-Man?
Yeah.
That was him who storyboarded that whole thing and all that. So like Marvel loved it enough to buy it, but they wasn't buying the tone, I guess. So they
Right.
that sucks for that, like for that happening and stuff. But DC is also, I guess, struggling to find something with certain characters, and I'm talking about Flash specifically
Uh huh.
Mm.
because
I mean, we have a director, so hopefully he stays. If
yeah,
the
but how
if the
long? You know
director
how many
stays,
they like? You know what I'm saying? How many they went through? Like how many like different development changes they've gone through in
yeah,
pre-production? Like that shit is crazy. Like
it is.
I wonder under the hood, like what is either keeping people away? Like I guess they're trying to like maintain a certain, like there's some oversight on this obviously.
Right.
I don't think it's just something that a director could claim all the way. I think and also they could be playing favors because the girl who commented, like she's not wrong. Like DC is attracting like the best and the brightest, especially in James
Yeah.
Wan
Todd Phillips.
and Todd Phillips and like I know and also there's another thing too. Like you got a guy who did comedy, man, and DC gave
Yeah.
him a shot over Zach. Like that's the thing that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Understandable.
That's the thing that's kind of
But
weird.
like, and I think she also made a point too, that they don't have to follow the Marvel route. Like we me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing a built up universe. But it's like they don't have to do that route. DC has always done like one off movies, or like they'll do their own like little. So we got V for Vendetta, one and
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
Great.
yeah,
And then we get the Dark Knight trilogy, which originally wasn't supposed to be a trilogy. And Christopher Nolan was like, I bet, like I'll hop on and I'll create this dope trilogy, and that's the end of it.
yeah, yeah,
So and then we get Joker, which is supposedly right now a one and done. So and even Matt Reeves Batman, a lot of people keep commenting it's not in the DCEU, it's not in the DCEU. Technically speaking, yes it is. But what Matt Reeves has said is that he's not connecting it to the overall universe. He just
yeah,
wants it to be
yeah.
his own story, his own trilogy. Which it's nice. You don't have to make it this big connected thing, and I feel like that will still bring people to go watch it, and especially if it
100%.
if it turns out good. And I know in today's world, in order for something to be good, it needs to do good in the box office, and it needs to be critically acclaimed.
It's
Unfortunately,
ridiculous.
yeah. But nah, yeah, I'm kind of getting hungry. So I think I'm done talking for the day. I felt like I've spoken a
Yeah.
lot. I've really
We've been speaking a
angry,
lot.
Yeah,
and
you guys handled this shit. Well, I
yeah,
mean
I
this.
had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, this is more for this. It's more for y'all to discuss and stuff because like I feel like I've been out of the loop. I've been like looking at this info coming in like literally kind of like on the fly, I guess.
I mean, but that's a good thing too, in a way, because some the audience members sometimes too, they're sometimes don't know what's going on. So to hear it
Yeah, yeah,
from us, so I don't know, how did you feel about it? Were you informed? Were you entertained?
yeah. I'm part of this shit.
Give
Like,
us
what you
give us your feedback,
Give us
bro.
your feedback, man.
Nah, like it's lit. I can't wait. I can't wait to go
It's
see
lit.
Joker again. I might try to go see it again sometime soon. I just hope that the DC continues to I guess kind of reciprocate the feedback that they're getting.
Right.
We just want good content. That's it.
Right. It don't
That's
gotta be a
it.
built up universe. It don't gotta
Exactly.
be
We just
so,
want good content. Like
no
imitating or trying to
offense.
emulate doesn't always work. It does not
Like
always
just
work.
Yep.
Justice League to me is not canon. Like that shit didn't exist. Like I'll be like, oh, that was Elseworlds. That was another
that was
universe.
that was a
That
straight
was a
to
what if.
DVD.
That was DC's what if. What if?
Rah!
Marvel keeps biting DC, bro.
Yo, that was DC's What If. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm
So,
dead.
No,
nah,
but yeah,
But
like
yeah,
and hopefully
when
we
you guys
get
hear this,
what?
DM us what you think
Yeah.
and all this stuff. Like, we want to hear your feedback.
we do.
And also the giveaway is still live.
We should.
We're
Yeah,
dead serious, guys.
let's just
Come
wait.
on.
Let's just wait till Joker drops on Blu-ray. We'll give that away.
I
Oh my
guess so.
god.
Yeah, maybe people will stop being a bit shy, and since this
I
is a
know.
DC movie, they
Nah, nah,
might
nah.
give in.
It might be a little bit of my fault. I'll do a better job at promoting, at marketing that we're doing the giveaway. Like I said before, people don't read the captions. That's why. So I probably need to make a whole video.
Yeah. I need to just yeah. I need to stop
You have
scrolling
to
and
have
liking.
giveaway like literally like written 12 times in all caps in the picture and then post the picture.
Right.
And then maybe they'll read the caption.
Maybe. But
Yeah,
anything else? Nothing else broke yet? Refresh?
yeah, I think we're okay.
We're good.
But
All right.
yeah, like Zoom had said, it's not one of our more traditional podcasts. But I think it's a good thing. We're expanding
Yeah.
a little
Switch it
bit.
up.
We're gonna be like doing more of these, just overall general topics. Obviously, still pertaining to comics in a way, but hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah. Yo,
Yep, we
Zoom.
do.
Anything before you go?
No.
All right. These hands
Oh,
work.
wow.